Welcome back, guys, to another video. This will be another slow English comprehensible input vlog in my home. Today we'll be going to each and every room, including my bedroom, balcony, washroom, living room, kitchen, dining room, laundry room, and more. And we'll be learning phrases and vocabulary in each room. On top of that, there will be 2 shadowing segments to practice your pronunciation and your accent. There'll be one in the beginning of the video here, and then one at the very end of the video. So make sure you stick around until the end to really practice your pronunciation today. And on top of that, you'll be learning new words. There will also be a common mistakes section at the end where I'll tell you some common mistakes people make with the words and phrases we learned today. A little quicker, but this leads to the hallway where you can go. The balcony is a little dirty, but it's good enough. It's good enough. I have a bunch of cables, and this is just to end hygiene. So it's an easy way to measure the dog food out. This is also for privacy because there's nothing storage space, an air conditioner. On to the next room and the next. So without further ado, let's get started. As you guys know, we've already talked about this in a previous video, so I'll go through it a little quicker. But this is my front door, and this is the entrance to my apartment. On the outside, you can see there are just more apartments. I'm opening my door. I'm closing my door. And here you can say I'm locking my door. When I close the door, it locks automatically. So I don't have to manually lock my door. It does it automatically. So this door does not lead to, outside of the building. It just leads to the hallway where you can go to more rooms. Over here, we have our shoe rack. This is a shoe rack, and you can put shoes here mainly, but we also have some bags as well.
Bags for what?
Those are shopping bags. So if we ever go shopping, we bring some of those bags with us. Now let's start in my bedroom. You can also just say my room. This right here is my balcony. Did it rain today? Yeah, you can see.
It was just raining.
My balcony is a little dirty. So the reason the balcony is dirty, because they are demolishing the building across the street. So if you take a closer look there, you can see they are demolishing that building. So all that dust has been coming to my balcony. So my balcony is pretty dirty because of that. So now some useful sentences. I'm stepping onto my balcony. I am getting fresh air. This part of my balcony here is called the railing. The railing, and it keeps me from falling over. But I'm gonna close this because it's very hot outside, and all that hot air is gonna come in my room and warm up my room. And it's very hot here, and that's not what I want. The view from my balcony is very nice, and I like coming here to relax or to watch the sunrise, because the sun rises from this side. It does not set, unfortunately. But the good thing is there is a lot of light in my room in the morning, but that's also a bad thing because it's bright from like 6 a.m. and I wake up at 8. So I have to keep my curtains closed, but these curtains are very thick, so no light passes through them. So it hasn't woken me up yet. 3,000. That is the amount of words you need to understand up to 95% of spoken English. But if you want to keep improving after that, I've now added the next 2,000 most common English words. So you can build the full 5,000 word set and understand up to 98% of spoken English. So now you can start with the 3,000 word PDF, continue with the next 2,000 word PDF, or get both together as the full 5,000 most common English words PDF that will allow you to understand up to 98% of spoken English. And in these new versions, there are now images as well to help you learn even faster. Each PDF includes clear definitions, real examples, and simple organization to help you stop studying random words and focus on the vocabulary that actually matters. You can get them from the link in the description or at volkaenglish.com. I'm at home in my apartment. I open the front door and walk inside. I take off my shoes and put them on the shoe rack. Then I lock the door behind me. My apartment is quiet and comfortable. I walk from room to room and look around. There is a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. This is where I sleep, eat, relax, and study. At home, I use English every day. I turn on the lights, open the curtains, and make my bed. I brush my teeth, cook food, and do laundry. These are simple words, but they are very important. So right now, I am inside my bedroom. This is my bed. This is my blanket, and these are my pillows. And you can see my bed is made. It's not made perfectly, but it's good enough. It's good enough. This is my lamp. This is my nightstand. This is just a rack where I hang my clothes. This is a mirror. These are drawers. And I have some of my colognes and creams and sunscreen and lip chap or lip balm on this dresser. This right here is my desk where I work. This is a chair. I am pulling out the chair. I'm pushing the chair back in. There are more drawers on the side here. And over here, these are my closets. I have a whole wall of closets. And on the inside, you can just see I have some clothes. So I have a lot of closet space and a lot of storage space in my room. Up there, that is a light, and I turn on the light with this light switch. So the light is on, now the light is off. The light in my room is off, but my room is still bright because the light from outside is coming into my room. So some very common actions that occur in the bedroom are going to bed, waking up, making my bed, opening my curtains, closing my curtains, and getting dressed. So you can see I'm already dressed, but in the morning you are usually not dressed. So you go to the bathroom or the washroom, you have a shower, you get ready, you brush your teeth, and then you get dressed. And that will be the next room we go to. And over here, you can see I have a bunch of cables, and this is just to plug my phone in at night to charge it. And over here, I have my lamp that I just turned on, and now I will turn it off. Now that we've learned some vocabulary, actions, and phrases in the bedroom, let's head over to another important room, the bathroom. This is where I go first thing in the morning. So I go to the bathroom, I have a shower, I use the toilet, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and do all that, and I shave. So let's head over to the bathroom. Now, on the outside of the bathroom, there are two switches. This bottom one is for the fan, and the top one is for the light. So this is my bathroom. Nothing fancy, just a normal bathroom. There is a sink here, a toilet, and a bathtub, and also a standing shower. This right here is a glass door. You open the glass door with this handle. I put my hand cloths here because there is nothing for me to hang it on the wall, although that would kind of be ideal if there was a couple hooks here or something I could hang my hand towels on. But unfortunately there isn't. There's only one in the shower. So this right here, this part is my mirror. This is my toothpaste. And I don't know where my toothbrush is. It's probably in the shower because I like brushing my teeth when I'm in the shower. I have an electric toothbrush. So some very common actions in the bathroom are I have a shower in the bathroom, I brush my teeth in the bathroom, I use the toilet in the bathroom, or I wash my hands as well, I wash my face, I wash my body, I floss my teeth, I dry my hair, I dry my hands, I take a bath, I take a shower. There are a lot of actions you do in the bathroom, but it's mostly to do with personal health and hygiene. Now, let's have a quick quiz. There'll be 3 questions throughout this whole video, and I want you guys to answer them and put your answers in the comments. First question, where do you usually sleep? Where do you usually sleep? Put your answers in the comments. Second question, which sentence is correct? I make a shower, I take a shower, or I do a shower. Which sentence is correct? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's move over to the kitchen. Now we are in the kitchen. This is the area where you cook. Sometimes it's its own room, but this is more of an open concept kitchen. So you can see the living room and the dining room from the kitchen. This is something I prefer. Tell me, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer open concept kitchens where you can see the dining room, living room, and other parts of your home? Or do you prefer kitchens that are in their own room? I prefer this because it feels more open and like there is more space. If it was closed off here with a wall and a wall, it would feel so small. If there's like a wall here, a wall there, and that was just the entrance, it would just feel so small, congested, and I would feel like claustrophobic in here. So I'm glad it's open. It's a lot nicer. Anyway, this right here is called a range hood. The range hood is silver and made out of metal. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. I don't think this sucks any air or anything out. And if it does, then I don't know how to turn it on, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. This right here is the stovetop. This is an electric stovetop, so it doesn't work with gas. Instead, it works with power. So you turn it on there, you adjust your temperature, and you cook your food like that. This right here is my blender. I bought this in a previous video where I went grocery shopping, but yeah, this is my blender. It actually works quite nicely, and it doesn't smoke and blow up like the other one. The other blender I had, I told you guys I was running it. It just started smoking. Pretty sure a fire started in it. So I threw it in the sink, put a bunch of water on it, and then I threw it out. So I had to get a new one, but this is a good brand, Philips. That is the brand name, Philips. So that blender is a lot better, and it's just plastic. So yeah, this right here is a small kitchen scale. You see kitchen scale, and this is just to weigh, different products, so you know how much something weighs, ingredient-wise. Over here, we have our sink. This is a faucet, and the faucet is extendable. So that's nice. Over here, we have 2 pots that are drying. Up top, we have 4 plates. And here is where we keep all our cutlery and knives. Give me your hand.
Oh, hell no! I got this.
Damn.
Sliced them. These containers are my yogurt containers, but I do like keeping these containers because I do find them pretty useful. In Canada, I know we always keep them because sometimes we put stuff in here if we run out of normal plastic containers, or we use them as like a measuring cup for our dog food, because we have like 3 big dogs, and we get these big bags of dog food, and we're like, how much do we feed them? And we feed them a couple cups of these each, so 1 scoop, 2 scoops. So it's an easy way to measure the dog food out, and it's a nice container. Over here, up top, we have cupboards. Also on the bottom, we have a lot of cupboards. There are no drawers here, only cupboards. Drawers are the ones you pull out. Cupboards are the ones you open up like this, and there are shelves inside. You can see it's pretty empty. Oh, honestly, I forgot I had these eggs. Low-key, I should cook some eggs, boil them. Last time I boiled all these eggs and I forgot to eat them. This time I'll only boil like a couple at a time. But yeah, I should boil some eggs though. Also, let me know if you're from Japan. Japanese curry is one of my favorite dishes ever, dude. I love Japanese curry so much, like with tonkatsu. So good, dude. It's so good. Japanese curry, man, is really, really good. I love that. Actually, I got 2. I got this one too. Shout out Japan. So yeah, some actions you do in the kitchen are, before I answer, leave them in the comments. What actions can you think of right now off the top of your head that you do every time you are in the kitchen? You wash dishes in the kitchen. You cook, or I cook, or I'm cooking in the kitchen, or I just finished cooking. I also open the fridge door and I grab ingredients from the fridge. Same thing with the freezer. I grab ingredients out of my freezer to cook. The freezer freezes my food, so I need to warm it up for longer if I want it to be room temperature. The fridge just keeps it cool and fresh. Also in the kitchen, you can warm things up with a microwave. You can also cook rice in a rice cooker, or you can boil water in a kettle. This is a kettle. So there are many things you can do in a kitchen, but mainly a kitchen is used to make food and eat it, and also to clean up after you've finished preparing and cooking your food. So don't just watch this lesson and forget it. Get the workbook for this video on my website and practice everything from the lesson more deeply. Inside, you'll review the grammar, vocabulary, tenses, sentence patterns, comprehension questions, and real English from this video with clear explanations and exercises. Watching helps you understand, but practicing helps you remember. And when you buy 5 or more workbooks, you automatically get 30% off at checkout. The link is in the description or at volkaenglish.com. So now we are moving to the dining table. So this is the dining table, and this is where you eat food. And here we have a fork, a knife, and a spoon. You can have 2 different types of spoons. This is a tablespoon, but the smaller version is called a teaspoon. This right here is a plate. The one that is kind of like this shape is called a bowl. This is a plate, and this is a glass because it is made out of glass. This right here is my dining table. These are my chairs. There are 4 chairs here, 2 on each side of the dining table. Over here, we have a window, but we can't see anything because there is a curtain blocking our view. But this is also for privacy because there's nothing really here besides the other apartment on the other side. So if it was open, they would just be able to see us. But it's just an open area in the middle of the apartment building. And up top here, we have some lights. 2 of these lights are blue LEDs, and the third one is a yellow light. So it's kind of mismatched a little bit there. And on the side here, we have some napkins and some spices, salt, pepper, and paprika, and also some sugar and a banana. And over here, we have a lot of rice cakes. Rice cakes or rice crackers. Third question, which sentence is most natural? I sit on the table and eat dinner. I sit at the table and eat dinner. Or I sit inside the table and eat dinner. Leave your answers in the comments. Now I'm in my living room. This behind me is called a sofa or a couch. These are called pillows. This is a coffee table, a glass coffee table. This is a TV remote. There are many buttons on the TV remote, but the main one is to turn it on, the main red button. There are also more buttons to change the channel or to change the volume. So this is a TV remote. And over here, this is a TV. Right now the TV is off. You can tell because the screen is completely black. And on this side, we have some paintings, some cupboards, some storage space, an air conditioner, and here we have a fan. This is just to keep the living room cool. So some common actions in a living room are, I sit down on the sofa. I pick up the TV remote and I turn on the TV and I play my favorite show on the TV. Now you can see the TV is turning on.
Are you gonna play 90 Day Fiancé?
Facts. I'll play 90 Day Fiancé. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever watched the show 90 Day Fiancé. I know my parents watch it a lot and I've never really watched it myself, but recently I've started watching it and it's actually pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the people on there on 90 Day Fiancé blow my mind. I think there are 12 seasons and right now I'm just watching season 12, like the most recent one. They're still airing episodes, but some of those people are comically like, are they real? Is like sometimes what I think to myself, like, are they acting? Is this like a character that they're playing? Or is this like really how they are? Because some people, man, blow my mind. Because I mean, they obviously try to find, I think, the most extreme people that are like, have like the most extreme situation or personality or character, you know? They're not gonna choose the most normal, mundane, run-of-the-mill, Joe Schmo people, right? They're gonna choose people that are like a little bit off their rocker, you know? And it's entertaining. It's really entertaining. Now I'll turn the TV off. So in the living room, you can sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and just relax, you know? Take a break. Usually you come here after a long day of work when you just want to relax, watch a show, wind down, and spend time either with your family, your friends, or your partner, or anyone, or alone. Nothing wrong with that. But now let's move on to the next room and the next area of the house. And at the end, I want you guys to tell me what is your favorite part of your home and why. And if you have a sauna in your home, I'm sure that's probably your favorite part. So the last part is the laundry area. It's kind of small, it's just part of Leon's bathroom, but this is the laundry area. Just one washer and dryer combo unit. So this is a washer and dryer in the same unit. So it's a 2-in-1. And yeah, that's the whole laundry area. To the side here, you can see this is Leon's room. Take a look in there, pretty clean. Now we're gonna have a common mistakes section. So we're gonna go through some common mistakes English learners usually make. And at the very end, we'll have a final shadowing segment. So make sure you stick around. Mistake 1, I am in home. Incorrect. The correct version is I am at home. Now you guys say it with me. I am at home now. I am at home. Good job. Second common mistake. I make a shower. I make a shower. Incorrect. The correct version is I take a shower. I take a shower. I'm going to take a shower. I'm taking a shower. I just took a shower. Now say it with me. I'm taking a shower. Good job. Third mistake. Open the light. Incorrect. Correct version is turn on the light. Fourth mistake. I do my bed. Incorrect. The correct version is I make my bed. I make my bed. I make my bed every morning. Good job. Fifth mistake. I sit on the table. This is on the table. I sit on the table. No. The correct way to say that is I sit at the table. I sit at the table. Now, let's have the final shadowing segment where we talk about everything we have just learned in this video. So make sure to really focus on shadowing me, following along, practicing your pronunciation and your accent. Let's go. In the morning, I wake up in my bedroom. I get out of bed and make my bed. Then I open the curtains and let sunlight into the room. After that, I plug in my phone and clean my desk. Next, I go to the bathroom. I look in the mirror, brush my teeth, and wash my face. Sometimes I take a shower in the morning. Then I dry my face with a towel and get ready for the day. After that, I go to the kitchen and make breakfast. I take food out of the fridge and put it on the counter. I cook eggs in a pan and make coffee with hot water. Then I sit at the dining table and eat slowly. In the evening, I relax in the living room. I sit on the sofa, turn on the TV, and use the remote. Later, I do laundry, fold my clothes, and put them away. Before I sleep, I turn off the lights and lock the door. Yo, what are you working on?
Yo, I'm working on my channel right now. I just started. I'm going to be posting once a week if you guys want to check it out.
I'll be posting my shadowing stories on my second channel, Volka. And I've also started posting these videos as podcasts. Do you understand English but feel nervous when you speak? Join my Patreon for my speaking, pronunciation, and shadowing course with over 90 video lessons. You'll practice pronunciation, accent, rhythm, and natural speaking with step-by-step video lessons, plus new lessons every week. Get it in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, you will become fluent in English. Bye guys.